Hi Barnes&Noble customers, I'm Cassandra Clare. I'm the author of the urban fantasy series Mortal Instruments and the Victorian historical fantasy series The Infernal Devices. The next book that I have coming out is City of Lost Souls, the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series, so be sure to look for it May 8th when it's released. And I'm here today to talk to you about some of my favorite books. The first book I wanted to talk about is called Book of Blood and Shadows by Robin Wasserman, set all over the world, primarily in Prague, about a girl racing to find out the solution to the secrets that haunt her. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor was one of my favorite books that came out last year. It deals with a young girl named Karu who belongs to sort of a family of tricksters, and she has a wonderful sort of magical realistic relationship with the city around her and with her world. Ashes by Ilsa J. Bick is a really fun read if, like me, you're a fan of The Walking Dead and zombie movies. An event sweeps over the world that turns everybody between the ages of about 6 and 18 into mindless flesh-eating zombies. Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendara Blake is a love story with a twist. It's about a young boy who is a ghost hunter, and in one town he happens upon the local legend of a girl named Anna dressed in blood who lives in a house that is haunted and kills anyone who comes inside. And once he happens upon Anna, very unusual things happen with their relationship. I'm a huge fan of London and a huge fan of Jack the Ripper stories, and Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson is a great example of both of those. It's about a young girl named Rory who travels to London to attend boarding school, and while she is there she gets caught up in realizing that she can see ghosts and that there is someone in London who is reenacting the Jack the Ripper murders, and she starts tracking them down to try to figure out who it is and why they're doing what they're doing. White Cat by Holly Black is the first book in the Curse Workers trilogy about an alternate America where magic is illegal, and those who practice it are part of mob-like families who control the distribution of magic. And it's about a young boy named Castle who discovers that he has lost a significant chunk of the memories that make up his past. So as he searches for the truth about his past, he uncovers all sorts of dark and nasty secrets. I Hunt Killers by Barry Lyga is sort of a teen Dexter. It's about a kid named Jazz whose father was the most notorious serial killer in America and taught him everything that he knows. So Jazz is constantly struggling against his upbringing, which he believes has conditioned him to be a killer himself. And so instead, he hunts killers. Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson is a high fantasy that's set in a world very unlike ours, but with an incredibly kind and identifiable heroine. And we follow her adventures as she is married off to a man she hardly knows, travels to his country, begins to uncover the tangled politics of his country. The Space Between by Brenna Yovanov is her second book. Her first book, The Replacement, was one of my favorite books the year that it came out. And in this one, she grabs at angel and demon mythology and turns it on its head. Our main character is a demoness and lives in hell, but she comes down to Earth to search for her missing brother, and it's about her observations of what she finds on Earth amongst the humans and how she falls in love. Lauren Stefano has created a great world in her Chemical Garden trilogy in which all women die at the age of 20, men live to be 25. Fever is the follow-up to the first book, Wither, and in Fever we continue the journey of our heroine, find out more about the world, the killer virus, why and how it works, how it started and how it was released, and whether she will be able to escape. Shipbreaker by Paolo Bacigalupi takes place in a future world that nobody would want to live in and follows the adventures of kids who scavenge scrap metal from old broken ships in this sort of poisoned environment. And now I'm recommending a book that is almost absolutely guaranteed to make you cry. Patrick Ness is the author of the acclaimed Chaos Walking trilogy, and he has also written A Monster Calls, which is about a young boy whose mother is dying and the creature that comes to visit him every night and the conversations that they have. So those are a list of some of my favorite books. I hope that among those titles you'll find some books that you will love as well. And don't forget, those of you who are Shadowhunter fans, to look for City of Lost Souls when it comes out this May 8th.